Hello, good morning, everybody. Um, Today I'm going to demonstrate again how how I resolved the assignment I was required to do for the week 4. The week 4 I had some pretty interesting assignment. For that I'm going to my Ensign College portal account to on the Canvas account app. I am going to make a brief or refresh about what I'm going to do exactly in this video for the week 4. I'm really late because got a lot of things to do, but I think I will be able to provide them today. Yes, for users and computers. Okay, okay. Here is the instructions, and the following are exactly what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to create some organizational units, users, folders, subfolders, and assign users to organizational units and assign specific permissions. Okay, so now let's go to my Active Directory domain service. Um, yes, in this video, I'm not going to exactly explain how I make all of them like one by one. How I make several users they asked me to do, how I made the several organizational units, how I assign the specific permissions. But I'm going to show exactly I did them. I created the organizational unit. I created the users. I created the folder. I created the subfolders, and I assigned the specific permissions for each users. Okay, so now on this interface, when we go to Tools and Active Directory Users and Computers, I'm going to show you exactly what I did. Okay, so here are the specific some of the some of the organizational units they asked me to create it. For example, I'm gonna show you one by one. I created employees, HR, IT, management, research, stakeholders, accounting, editors. Hmm, yes, as you can see, I created employees, HR, IT, management, research, stakeholders, accounting, and auditors. Yes, so I created the following organizational unit. So the next thing they asked me to create a specific users, some specific users, and in the five section, they asked me to assign those users to these organizational unit. So I just created the users inside the organizational units, the specific users and specific organizational units to um just save a little bit of time. So I just go to HR and create the user Sarah. Go to research and create the users Phil and Ted. Go to IT and create the users Murtaugh. When I go to stakeholders, I created these users instead of stakeholders. Instead of management, I created the specific users like Frank, Peel, Jenny. When I go to auditors, I created the specific users, Sally and Bruce. And when I go to accounting, I created Guy and Stephen. Exactly the way they asked me to do it, based on the instructions I have for this assignment. The next thing is to create a folder on File Explorer. Okay, when I go to the File Explorer, I created the folder of Promised Land. Yes, here's the folder of here's the folder of Promised Land. And they asked me to create some subfolders inside of Promised Land. And here are the subfolders they asked me to create. And I created them, all of them. And the last thing they asked me to give some specific permissions, some NTFS user permissions of these folders. Here's what I did. They said on side of each or give Sarah full control. When we click, when we do right click and go to and click on properties and go to security, you're gonna see Sarah. Sarah has a full control as they asked me to do. When I go to research folders, when I do the same things, security and Ted and Phil should Ted and Phil must have um the permission of only modify. As you can see, Ted and Phil, they only have the permission of modify. When I go to IT folder and if I click on this folder, we'll see like Motov has the full control permission. When I go to stakeholders folder, we're gonna see team Spencer and Dean Spencer, they have modified permission. Team modified permissions. Dean modified permissions. And if I go to management folder, if I go to management folder, if I do the same thing, I will see that um, Jenny, Frank, and Peel has only read and write permission. Read and write permission for Jenny, for Frank, and for Peel. If I go to auditors folder, I will see like I will see Sally and Bruce have only full control, have full control permission. Sally full control, Bruce full control. If I go to accounting folder, if I click on security, we're gonna see Stephen and Guy, they have only modified permission. Modified permission. Okay, modified permission. And yes, that's it. Um, these are all of the requirements. These are everything they required me to do for this assignment, and I'm so really grateful for this assignment. It's a really interesting assignment. Um, it reminds me a lot of stuff I already learned before, and they become more clearly for me in this doing this week, and I'm so really grateful for that. So, as a review, they asked me the instructions. Based on the instruction, they asked me to create some Active Directory units. Things I did. Things I did. I'm gonna just make a quick review. Yes, these are the specific organizational units. Inside of each of them, we have the specific users. If I click on some of them, and they asked me on File Explorer to create a folder Promised Land, the Promised Land. As you can see, the Promised Land, inside of Promised Land, I have like some subfolders, and also each user is supposed to have some specific permission on this specific subfolder. And thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video. And I hope you understand exactly what I did. And have a great day. Have a good holidays. Good Thanksgiving. Good Black Friday. And see you on the next video. Thank you so much. God bless you.